Hi everyone, do you want to know how to make a wonderful coffee liqueur at home or how to use it to create the perfect drink? Well, I team up with Rob from Rob's Home Bar and today we want to show you two different ways how to create a coffee liqueur at home and we will share with you a few ideas how to use it afterwards. Stay tuned till the end of the video where we're gonna sit and taste the drinks and share with you our thoughts about it. So let's not waste more time and start with the process. To make the coffee liqueur, I will use a recipe I found some time ago and I think it works very well. And it uses whole coffee beans instead of ground coffee, which for me it's really good since it delivers more clear liqueur at the end of the process. So it's quite straightforward and it's really easy to do. The only thing is that it takes some time to infuse the coffee flavor. For that we're gonna need a clean glass bottle, and to that bottle we're gonna add 125 grams of coffee beans, okay. The recipe I'm using also calls for one vanilla bean that you split and put inside, but considering the price of the vanilla beans and everything else, we are trying to make something with a good quality but not to completely break the bank. So I have a vanilla extract and I will use this instead. I will go with 5 milliliters. Then the recipe calls for 1 cinnamon stick. I have 2 types of cinnamon. I'm not sure which one to use, but okay. 1 stick of cinnamon. And since the cinnamon stick is quite big, I will suggest maybe a week and a half later you to remove just the cinnamon. And the next thing we need to do is to fill the vessel with approximately 500 to 600 milliliters of vodka, which counts for maybe 17 to 20 ounces of vodka, I believe. I will put the proper measurements in the description down below. So we pour the vodka. Okay, apparently my bottle managed to take almost all the bottle. Shake. And you leave it for 3 weeks or 20 to 21 days in a dark and dry place. It's recommended the first week maybe to shake it once a day and later on maybe once couple of days or just from time to time to make sure all of the extract and everything is mixed properly. So we'll be back in approximately 3 weeks to see what we come with and we will proceed from there. The time has passed and we have our coffee infused vodka already done. Actually, due to busy schedule, I kept it a little bit longer than expected. So we will see how it goes. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try to prepare with some coffee filters our container. Okay. I'm gonna open it. As you can see, it becomes quite dark in color. So we have two paper filters, coffee filters, and we're gonna use a metal filter as well. It indeed smells quite coffee forward. It will take some time to filter it properly. Actually, the top part is quite clear, since if there is any sedimentation, it will be on the bottom. It's not going too slow. As soon as the filter gets wet, then it's getting a little faster. And when I will wait, I will probably speed up the process a little bit so I don't waste too much of your time. Okay, and we have all the coffee that is already well soaked with the spirit, and we keep filtering. Actually, since we use coffee beans and not grounded coffee, the mixture or the liquid is relatively clear. So I see some minor residual over the coffee filter, but is not much. I assume if you choose to use grounded coffee, it will be way cloudier the mix, and maybe you need a good filtration. In this particular case, I assume just with one paper coffee filter should be more than enough for the filtration process. Let's pour the rest. Okay, so we end up with about 600 milliliters, or that should be, I believe, 20 ounces. It's exactly 600 milliliters or 20 ounces of infused coffee vodka. So let's give it a taste and see what we're dealing with. Okay. I just invented bitter. It's quite bitter, it tastes coffee, but as I said, since I got slightly distracted and I kept it a little bit longer, the infusion, now the coffee is quite bitter. So what I can suggest is you really to check the flavor after the first week, each 2 days. And once you think you have achieved the amount of coffee flavor and bitterness you feel comfortable with and you like, that's the best time to stop. Anyhow, I think I will have now some coffee bitters. So currently I'm dealing with 575 milliliters of coffee in infusion. Okay, and to that I try to start with 150 milliliters of sugar syrup. Let's start with 120, that is 4 ounces. We're gonna give that a shake. Okay, I'll just discard this here for now. Yeah, it's better. I will add a little bit more because it's slightly still too bitter. So far we have incorporated 5 ounces or 150 milliliters of sugar syrup. That's about right. It's still bitter, you still notice the coffee flavor, but it's not too sweet. I was trying to achieve sweetness that is lower compared to the commercial brands. So now I don't have a funnel, so I'm gonna pour everything back here, since it's well mixed. And we're gonna bottle our coffee liqueur. Okay, and that is how we make our homemade coffee liqueur. Now let's try and do something with it. So our coffee liqueur is done, and now it's part for the best part when we are making a drink with it. We're gonna use a mixing glass and we are making coffee and cigarettes. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add 45 ml or ounce and a half of bourbon. I'm going with the whole trace, really good bourbon. Then 15 ml or half an ounce of our homemade coffee liqueur, but you can use any commercial brand as well. Okay, I'm struggling to close it. Okay. Then quarter of an ounce or 7.5 ml of sweet vermouth. And the same amount of 7.5 ml or quarter of an ounce of Vodka. Okay, and I just realized I forgot my glass. Give me a sec. Okay, I have my glass. And the recipe now calls you to rinse the glass with heavy peated Islay Scotch. So thanks to Stefan Fuazi who suggested it, now finally I got a spray bottle and that makes the things way easier. So we're gonna rinse our glass with some peated Scotch. We're gonna put the glass aside and we're gonna fill our mixing glass with ice. I'm gonna drop a few cubes in the glass as well. Okay, and now we're gonna stir. Okay, now the drink is very chilled, and we're gonna pour it over our coated glass. So that is how we make coffee and cigarettes. Stay tuned, because now I'm gonna check and taste the drink together with Rob, and we will share with you our thoughts about it. Cheers! Hi guys, I'm here today with Rob from Rob's Home Bar, and we decided to challenge each other and prepare the best possible homemade coffee liqueur. And so far it's looking good. And to celebrate our hard work, we decided to create fantastic drinks, at least in our humble opinion, and check on each other what we think. So on my side, we're making coffee and cigarettes, which is a fairly simple but still quite tasty drink. So cheers, Rob.
Cheers. And right off the bat, I've noticed that because of my homemade orgeat, mine's looking quite a bit creamier than yours.
Yours has secret ingredient. So if people want to know the ingredient, they have to subscribe to your channel.
Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a lot going on there.
Yep. It's many things, but for me, the first thing that hits me is the Lefroy rings. It's no need to be Lefroy, but any peated.
Yeah, Scotch. the rinse with the Isla Scotch is definitely present. More so on the, actually, it's even in the taste, even though it's not stirred into the drink, but it's definitely present. I'm amazed at how I don't know if you're getting that with your liqueur, but just with the half ounce of coffee, it really shines through. That like, it's coffee forward, even though it's only a half an ounce. It's really coffee forward.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say that our approach was to have slightly drier type of coffee liqueur. So actually, in my video, I literally said that I invented the coffee bitters.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I think even if it's lower amount, it's enough to pop up. But what I like about the drink is that it kind of confuses you. On the nose, you have one expectation, but once it hits the tongue, it's slightly different. So it's kind of okay. At least in my head, it's kind of fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely the one ingredient I'm not picking up very much is the sweet vermouth.
Yeah, I mean,
it's only quarter ounce, but it's I mean, even the orgeat, I'm picking up the orgeat, but the sweet vermouth, I mean, I wouldn't. If you were to hand me this drink without telling me what's in it, I'd obviously say coffee right off the bat. I might catch the bourbon. I catch the bourbon. There's an ounce and a half of bourbon. I catch the bourbon. The orgeat, I might say there's a sweetness element there, but definitely the vermouth is kind of hidden for me.
I mean, I guess since I know what is inside, that is guiding my brain to look for the ingredient. But yeah, for the sweet vermouth, I agree. It kind of dissolves with the bourbon, so it's difficult to distinguish. But knowing that there is orgeat, I kind of find some kind of amaretto notes, even if amaretto doesn't have almonds. But since we use it as a reference for
definitely the almond amaretto notes are definitely there. It's very it's an interesting drink. It's nice. It's definitely I'm almost done. It's definitely drinkable, very drinkable, sweeter than I would have thought, considering there's only a quarter ounce of orgeat, and my coffee liqueur is fairly dry. There's some sweetness, but it's fairly dry. I mean, bourbon is on the sweeter side of whiskeys, so that helps a bit. And we have sweet vermouth, so there's a lot of sweet elements, I suppose, but it's definitely sweeter than I would have thought. Yeah,
to be fair, my initial thoughts were the same, that it will be slightly drier, but not a bad choice.
No, definitely a good drink, very good drink.
Yeah. But what I have to say is, since you're participating on this initiative as well, everyone, if you want to try even better drink, go to Rob's channel. We tried his drink and I'm totally blown away. So
it was pretty awesome.
So please go check it and like, subscribe, and drink as much as possible.